right, it is Thursday, September 7th. We are heading down to Huntington Beach. There was an officer-involved shooting that left an officer and a suspect injured. And we are just going to find out, what happened, what's going on, what are the conditions of both the suspect and the officer. That's the first story of the day. Don't have another story planned, but as the day progresses, I'm pretty sure something else will be handed over to us. But until then, we are on our way to Huntington Beach for this officer-involved shooting. Okay, so we are here at the scene. And now it's time to go to work. So right now, the rest of the media, we're just waiting for a 11 o'clock press conference, giving an update on the officers' conditions. Again, 2 officers were injured. One suspect was also injured. One, I guess the suspect was carrying a knife, carrying a weapon, and then when they confronted him, that's when shots were fired. We don't know exactly who was hit so far, what are the extents of the injuries. But again, this thing should be starting in about 7 minutes, so hopefully we get more information.
I want to try to accommodate everybody. So
he's gonna wait for the top, so just have the anchors toss to the news conference. I won't go on.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Where are we gonna have
Okay,
the
so he's the chief. We're gonna stick it right here.
As I'll give you a heads up, as soon as we go into our open, I'm just going to tell them they can take him straight.
Chief, I think it's fair to say that Greg goes with lunch today, right? Princess of OC should be mine.
That's right. Oh, it's going to stick.
It is.
It's sticking.
Hi, I'm Rob Handy, the police chief for the city of Huntington Beach.
You said the 2 officers suffered minor injuries. Where were they struck?
Actually, we're not ready to release that yet. So one was struck in the lower extremities and one was struck in the body.
How many officers were here when the shooting occurred? Was there a crowd? What did you say to them?
I think everybody's relieved. I think the sense of our department right now is relief, and we're all blessed that they're okay.
Okay, so the news conference just ended. We learned that there was this guy with a knife. He was going through the neighborhood apparently early this morning, slashing tires, screaming that he was a sniper, that making a lot of nonsensical statements. And then that's when officers, they met him between a house over here, and then that's when the officer-involved shooting happened. And during that time, 2 officers were hit by gunfire. They're not saying that it was friendly fire. They're saying it is possible it is friendly fire. They did only recover a knife from the suspect. And so it seems like this guy put up a fight. They got really close, got into really close quarters, and then that's when the shooting happened. And it appears the officers may have accidentally shot each other or a ricochet. But as of right now, one is was hit in the lower extremities, which means like a leg, The other was hit in the upper body. However, they're considered minor gunshots. However minor a gunshot can be, they're considered minor, non-life-threatening. They will be okay. The suspect is in surgery right now for non-life-threatening injury. So he was also shot by the officers. But he is expected to survive. So right now we're going to be working on some stories, working on some wraps, and try to get this on the air for 12 o'clock. Okay, I just finished writing the report. Now I just have to record it. And we have 34 minutes. Test, test, test. 3, 2, 1. Huntington Beach Police Chief Robert Handy says it's possible the officers were hurt by friendly fire, but wouldn't confirm it. In Huntington Beach, James Rojas, KABC News. Okay, so we just wrapped up our first story of the day. Again, this is regarding the officer-involved shooting involving 2 officers and a man with a knife who had been going around this neighborhood in the Yorktown neighborhood of Huntington Beach with a knife, slashing tires, making wild, crazy statements. There was a shooting that happened. Officers did open fire, hit the suspect, but during that time, officers were also hit by gunfire, either directly or by ricochet. However, right now, the department, they're not saying this was friendly fire. That's still being investigated. It seems like it was friendly fire, but they still have to go through all the interviews and the process to definitively say that it was because of that. So that story has been wrapped up. We're not expecting any more updates for a while now. So in the meantime, I will be investigating. Oh, I'm on the air. The gunfire? He won't say what spurred the shooting or if they were hit by friendly fire, but a knife was recovered. The suspect was also shot, but will survive. In Huntington Beach, James Rojas, KABC News.
A couple in their sub.
Okay, so that story just aired. Very good. Now we're going to be working on another story where there's a study that shows roadkill collisions with animals apparently cost the state of California $276 million, at least in 2016. So we will be doing a phone interview from right here in the car to talk about those who conducted the study and find out how we can prevent this and save more money, obviously, because taxpayers hate when our money goes to waste, and hopefully there is a solution to this problem that I wasn't aware of. And you probably weren't until now. I'll go through another video of what I do or what, kind of equipment I use, what my everyday carry as a reporter. And I'll walk through the process of phone interviews and some of these settings. They have other videos that talk about the recorder, this H4 zoom. So I won't go too terribly into detail. But yeah, it's amazing. Nowadays, you just have pretty much your own home or your own home base or your own control center here in the car. I want some iced coffee. We're in Huntington Beach, so it's not that hot right now, but I'm always down for some hot or iced coffee. See, I need coffee. My brain isn't working. Okay. Okay, Google. Call 53. So I am recording right now. Just for the record, can I get your full name, spelling, and your title or position? So it appears that vehicle collisions with animals is costing the state a pretty penny. What can you tell me about this study? In the report, the San Francisco Bay Area actually, I guess, experiences the most or the highest rate of vehicle and animal collisions. Can we talk about that? All right, well, Fraser, good luck with the rest of the phone calls and interviews. I appreciate your time. All right, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, so that was a fun interview. That was a good interview. We found out that LA County, because of vehicle and animal collisions, it costs us about $10 million, at least in 2016. And that's because of car repair, of road repair, of injuries, for medical costs if people are injured. And so, yeah, so this is a good report. I will start working on that right now. What time is it? 1:20. Hoping, can I get it for 2? Can I get it for 2? This story honestly will probably start airing maybe after 3 because the officer involved shooting obviously takes bigger priority, and so we may have time, but you know, I always prefer to get the story in as soon as possible. So we are just going ahead and doing that. Okay, so we just finished our second wraps for the second story regarding the animal roadkill costing Californians millions of dollars. And now we're just waiting for a call from Mayor Eric Garcetti, LA Mayor Eric Garcetti, or those in his office, talking about, I guess Amazon is planning on opening up a second headquarters in a very large metropolitan area, LA. You know, sounds like that. So of course we have the mayor's office, City Hall, bidding to be the one to host the headquarters. So hopefully we can get somebody from his office, hopefully the mayor himself, for a quick phone interview, talking about the bid, talking about the effort to try to attract more business to the city. So it's 2:30 right now. Hopefully it doesn't take too much longer. But in the meantime, we'll just have to wait and see if there are any other stories popping up. Okay, so we have not heard back from the mayor's office yet, or from the mayor himself, and so we are, in the meantime, going to still file a report on this Amazon second headquarters story. However, it's just going to be a voicer. That means no audio, just sound, and just the reporter, just me talking about the story. And those usually run 20 to 30 seconds. Gonna try to knock it out so it'll be ready for 4 o'clock, or maybe even 3:30. We'll just see, but yeah, let's do this. Population of over 1 million and mass transit. James Rojas, KABC News. This or that? Yeah, but everybody will survive, so at least that's good. All right, take care, guys. All right, so we just wrapped up our day. No calls back from the office of Mayor Garcetti, and so we just filed 2 voicers, but I think it's a pretty good day. Went to an officer-involved shooting. Officers were injured, but fortunately there were minor injuries, so that's always good. We have a second story of the roadkill costing Californians millions of dollars. Never really thought about that. It's good to know. And also about Amazon. Amazon looking for new headquarters in a large metropolitan area in LA is throwing itself in the running, trying to win that bid. But overall, good day.